Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel, and welcome back to another episode of Pick Up or Pass Up for the week. There was not a lot of launches that came out this week as it's close to Christmas, close to the end of the year. There's not a lot of brands releasing at the moment, but there are a few things to go through. I'm also obviously going to go through the winners and losers for last week's Pick Up or Pass Up, and also some makeup news as well. So yeah, if you want to see what I thought about this week's new releases, then keep on watching. So we're going to start off with the pick up and pass up winner and loser for last week. So the winner was the L.V.E. Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow. So these are the Steeler dupes that they released last week. They were the winners. People were feeling that the most. I'll put the results on the screen. And the good news is that they've actually also released these liquid shadows on the L.V.E.co.uk site. So if you're based in the UK, and I believe that the UK site also ships to some parts of Europe, not everywhere, but they do ship to some parts of Europe. So if it ships to your country, then you can pick it up from the L.V.E.co.uk site, and it's retailing for £5 each. So yeah, very good deal for these liquid shadows, and yeah, I'm not surprised that it won. So that was the winner for last week, and the loser for last week was the mini Zodiac palettes from BH Cosmetics, which is Sagittarius. That one, a lot of people were not feeling. I feel like people were not really feeling this series in the first place. Most people found the color story bland. They found like it was like so many palettes. It was 12 palettes, but a lot of them look very similar. So yeah, I think as a series as a whole, people are not really digging it. So I'm not really surprised that this was at the bottom and was the biggest loser from the pick up or pass up for this week. But yeah, as you can see from the results, yeah, people are not liking it so much. But those were the pick up winner and loser for last week. Let's move on to the makeup news. So in makeup news, with upcoming releases, BH Cosmetics has announced that they're doing a new collaboration. This collaboration is with an influencer called Lavindunprince. I think that's how you say the name, and but I'll put on the screen as well. So they're collaborating with Lavindunprince to bring out an eyeshadow palette. This is being released on the 11th of December on the BH Cosmetics website. So this eyeshadow palette consists of 12 shades. The top row is all neutrals, and the bottom row is all colorful. So yeah, it's a pretty looking palette. The colors that are disappointing me the most, to be honest, are the neutrals. They look very washed out in my opinion. So I'm not too sure, but I will discuss it a bit more when it does release. So I'll discuss it in next week's pick up or pass ups. Packaging is beautiful. It's got a butterfly theme to it. But the shades, I'm not too sure about, but we'll talk about it a bit more when it releases next week. But just to make you aware, it's releasing next week on the 11th on the BH Cosmetics website. So that's another collab that is coming. The next makeup news is from Revolution. It's kind of like an early release and makeup news in one. So Makeup Revolution is releasing again next week on their website some color books. So they're releasing 5 eyeshadow palettes, which are monochromatic, but they're huge monochromatic eyeshadow books basically. So one side of the palette is matte and one side is shimmers, and it's like different colors. So there's the book 1 is a gray one, book 2 is more of a neutral, book 3 is a warm toned orangey palette, book 4 is a purple theme, and book 5 is a blue theme. So the concept itself is really good, I think, but I feel like it's just too large. 48 shadows for each eyeshadow palette is too much in my opinion. Book 1 is a grey black tone book, but it just looks, to me, I don't see why anybody in any capacity would need 48 shades of grey. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So concept is good, the execution, I don't know if it's so great because it's just too big in my opinion. So it's released already on the Ulta website, so that's how we were able to get the news out to you guys. It's already on the Ulta website and it's retailing for $20 each. I believe it's going to be £15 and €16.99 on the Revolution site when it does come to the Revolution site next week. But it's currently on Ulta. If you're in the US, it's on Ulta for $20. Yeah, so if you're interested, it's there, but for me, I feel like it's too much eyeshadows for a monochromatic palette. I feel like the way that Colourpop did it is a very good way to do it. 9 pans monochromatic is perfect. Even maybe 12 pans, 48 pans is too much. Revolution, it's unnecessary. You didn't need to make it that big. So yeah, but we can discuss a bit more when it releases on Revolution side next week. I'll touch on it again. But for me, for right now, it's a pass, I would say, to be honest. The only one that would remotely interest me will probably be book 3, which is the warm tone one. That might be interesting to see the different tones and the different shimmers and mattes, you know, in combination as a monochromatic palette. But as a whole, it's probably a hard pass for me, to be honest. The next release that came out this week was the Colourpop Good as Gold. Good as Gold has finally launched, which is their Christmas collection, their holiday collection. And yeah, as I said last week, it's a beautiful palette. The packaging is absolutely stunning. The lipsticks, I think, are really pretty. I like the liquid liners. The gold liquid liners are really pretty, but the eyeshadow palette itself for me is too neutral. I feel like it's very unnecessary to do another neutral palette after so many neutral palettes being released by Colourpop. It feels like they're doing the same neutral palettes in different packaging, and I find it very unnecessary. I understand that it's gold, so there's so much you can do with gold, but yeah, it's a pass for me for this holiday collection. Their holiday collection, I feel like the last couple of years has been really good. I do actually regret not buying the one last year, which was the Chasing Rainbows. I really wanted that one, but I slept on it too long and now it's no longer being sold. But yeah, that one I thought was a beautiful palette, and I would have really liked to have that in my collection, but I don't. But that is a really good palette. But I feel like, collection, I feel like this collection is, it's a bit bland. I guess it makes sense after last year doing a colorful holiday release to do a more neutral one this year. It makes sense for the holiday collections series, but for me, its next release that came was from Morphe. So Morphe has released another collaboration. So there's been and there are coming a few more collaborations from brands before the end of the year, and they've released a collaborations with Manny MUA. Now Manny MUA has not done collabs or been very active in the, I'll say, yeah, I don't think he's been very active in the beauty community as of recent. You don't really hear of him as much anymore as you used to, and he hasn't done really a lot of collabs like Jeffree or Jacqueline or Kathleen Lights. He doesn't do as much as them anymore, but yeah, he's done one with Morphe now, and it's it consists of an eyeshadow palette and a brush set. This collection, when I saw it, I was just disappointed, guys. It's so bland. The eyeshadows are so regular. There's nothing exciting, there's nothing new. It consists of 12 eyeshadows and 2 like highlighters or blush toppers or whatever they are, 2 face powders basically. I just think it's really boring. It's not exciting. There's no colors that are popping out to me. There's a few kind of like toned down purples and toned down mauves and that blue brown he seems to like to put in every collection of his, and even the highlighters don't look that interesting. It's really boring. So it's a hard pass for me for this one. This week I don't think anything is really catching my eye. It's really blah. So yeah, that is a collection. The brush set even itself, no brushes from it looks that exciting for me to want it either. So the Manny MUA times Morphe collection is blah and boring. Bye. Well, that's it, guys. That's all the releases we have for this week. I know it's very short. None of the things released this week really piqued my interest. I'm not really planning on buying anything from this week. Let us know below if you do plan to buy anything from this week. We'll put up the poll on Instagram as well to see what you're feeling, if you're feeling anything at all, and we'll bring you the results next week. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give us a thumbs up for this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow us and hit the notification, and yeah, head over to Instagram and give us a follow if you're not following us there either. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves.